Hey, welcome back to Pushing Buttons, the bi-weekly... I'm sorry, I just cut you guys off. I shouldn't... How rude of me.
Okay. It's all right.
I was jumping right
We
into
were
it.
interrupting you.
No, I was interrupting you, and I apologize for that. However, this is the bi-weekly podcast that we banter and talk about video games and stuff. My name's Kevin.
I'm Robert.
And I'm Kyle.
And since the last couple of weeks... Man, what did we even talk about 2 weeks ago? What was that? This is the Desert Island game.
Desert Island
Go
games.
back and watch that one.
That was a great
Or
episode.
Listen to it or
I just
whatever.
got back from there. My island.
How's the... I think we have a ghost. They die twice here.
Holy shit.
Hope
That
you
was
guys-
like a real ghost.
Hope you guys enjoy the background and the weird ghost noises.
Wow.
I was going to ask how the coconuts were doing on your island, but I don't think I want an answer to that.
Let's move on to the
Anyway,
next adventure.
Yeah, if you're watching us, you can listen to us on almost any podcast app out there. And likewise, if you're listening to us, go ahead and search us up on YouTube and check us out in facial feature-ness. I'm so good at words today. What are we talking about today?
So much.
It was your
We
idea.
have a lot
The
to
main
discuss.
topic for the podcast was your idea, Robert. You let him.
right.
Yeah,
Well-
latest in, boy.
Well, I just thought it would be fun to talk about taking a property that we
You're
like.
already killing it.
I
man.
know, thank you. Such as video game, movie, book, or whatever. Something that hasn't been a video game, or maybe has, but it's been terrible. And how would we make it?
I didn't think about that. If it was already a video game, I didn't think about that.
We're developers today.
I didn't pick. Yeah, so basically,
Without
like
the
our
developing.
dream game. That's something that's pre-existing. Something we want to see as a game. How would we want to have that as a game? What would we want to play?
And of course, like almost every other topic we do, it's subjective. It's all up to interpretation, and we're going to see where that takes us. Before we talk about that, we're going to talk a little bit about some announcements from GDC because there are a couple things there that I really want to talk
lot
about.
of
'cause
exciting
I'm
stuff.
Super hyped about a couple of them. Before we even get to that, though, how have you guys been the last couple of weeks? What we've been up to?
Man, we've been through a lot.
Yeah.
Since our last
been a roller
co-op
coaster,
stream,
man.
Kevin.
It's Kyle.
Oh, maybe
What's up?
Robert should go first.
I can go first.
Hey,
Go ahead.
Robert, you go first.
Mine was uneventful, actually.
Really?
Since the last time, I did beat Batman Arkham City.
Oh, nice.
Are you Batman now? Or do you still have to beat, you're Superman. My bad. My bad.
He was Batman the other Friday.
That's true.
I think.
I only
Yeah.
play as Batman on TV.
One of those.
But Arkham City, Arkham City. Yeah. It was, like I said, I wasn't feeling as much as Arkham Asylum, but I still enjoyed it overall. But I started Arkham Knight, and already I only played maybe a couple hours of it, but I'm already enjoying it a lot more than I was City.
Really?
Cool.
Yeah. And I actually like the Batmobile is really fun to drive around in. But I only played a couple hours of it, I think like a week ago, and I haven't played any games since then. I've been mostly watching TV. I'm trying to re-binge all the Game of Thrones before the new season comes out, so
That's a task.
that's been eating
That's
up a lot of my
monumentous task.
free time.
I'm trying to point at Kyle, but it looks like I'm pointing behind me.
Monumentous, Kyle. There we go.
Yes.
But I also had time to check out the new Netflix show. It's a sci-fi anthology animated series,
Heck
Love, Death,
yeah.
Robots.
Yeah.
I've watched, I think, 10 or 11 of the shorts now,
I
and that's
watched them all.
nice.
I watched them all.
The ones I've watched are all really good. Like, there's
Yeah, I gotta
some
check
that
that
are
out.
better than others, but like with any anthology, especially like a written anthology, but
Did you watch the alternate history one?
not yet.
Okay, never mind then.
Oh, you're watching it too?
I watched all of them.
Yeah, you watched
Whoa.
all of them.
Holy crap.
Excuse
Yeah,
me.
I
Sorry
think
about
the
that.
Man, I'm
last
behind.
one. I can't even remember the last one I left off on.
Did you watch the Zima Blue one?
No, I haven't got there yet. I'm like, I think one or two below that still. I think.
Did you watch the one with the cave and the cave creature killing people?
And the cat.
Yes.
Yes.
The Flurgan.
Yeah, the Flurkin. There'll always be a Flurkin now. Flurkin, sorry.
Flurkin, my bad.
Yeah, I did watch that one. Like I said, the one I like the most is called Suits.
That one was cool.
I liked it a lot. I liked
watching it.
liked the art style a lot, and I liked it was just a simple, straightforward story. Like these farmers have these mech suits, and they're fighting off this alien invasion. There's like a little twist at the last
That sounds
minute
cool.
of the video, and
Don't
I
spoil
like
it.
that one a lot.
Yeah. Netflix, because you're obviously watching, because Netflix is one person. And
They watch everything.
Make more of that, please.
I really hope so, especially
More anthology series, especially when they all have like different art styles and stuff. To
yeah.
them.
That's what I really love about
Awesome, awesome.
it. Yeah.
I gotta watch that. I
Yes,
think.
you do. I'm surprised you haven't already. Honestly,
And Black Mirror.
I'm surprised we're not watching that right now.
We should be watching it right now.
We gotta
Watch
record
party.
our podcast though.
Other than that, not much. I did go see Us with Kyle
Yeah.
the other day.
We had our first
was a good
romance date.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd that go?
We brought along a couple coconuts. I brought some plantains
You know,
from our island, as one does. Sneak your coconuts into the theater.
that's how it goes.
But that was a good movie. I liked Get Out a little more.
I agree.
I mean, obviously they're
Yeah.
two almost totally different movies, but the same. You could tell it's a Jordan Peele movie. But
Yes.
it was a really good movie, though. I don't think you would like it, Kevin.
I don't think so. Either.
No.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
I had a good time though.
Yeah.
It was fun.
It's been my week, basically.
2 weeks.
That's 1 week.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Now on to my second week.
Right. Well, Kyle and I streamed
We did.
again.
We checked out a new game on that stream.
We checked out Baba Is You.
Yes.
That game,
I have no idea what that is.
Baba Is You, is fun. So basically, let me try to explain this. It's a
Yeah.
very simplistic game in how it's played.
Simplistic concept.
So for the first level, you're controlling a creature named Baba, which I'm guessing is a sheep, but it looks like a bunny.
And
Yeah,
he
it
is
looks like
you?
a rabbit to me.
And Baba is you. And you have those statements, Baba is you, on the screen. And then you have flag is win on the screen. So that means that you're controlling Baba, and you have to get to the flag to win. But you can have other obstacles like wall, and wall is stop. But if you can move that word stop out of the way, the wall doesn't stop you anymore. So you're changing the rules contextually based on the text that is in the physical level. Super cool concept, and it gets crazy difficult.
Sounds interesting.
I can't imagine because you're a lot farther than me now. I imagine.
There's teleport. There's like hot and cold and melt and oh my gosh! And when they add in like other words instead of is, where you have has or and or it
damn.
has not or is not, it gets crazy with the types of levels that you have, and there's so many different ways of going about completing them. Seriously, check out that game if you're at all into logic puzzles or programming or anything like that. It feels like programming. to
Yeah,
me.
it is. Yeah,
I would probably
I was
suck
going
at
to
it.
say it reminds me a lot of like our Visual Basic.
Yeah, it was
C++ days.
basically creating is statements to make things true.
Yeah.
And to set your own win condition for a level, and it's beautifully simplistic and
Which is what I
impossibly
think makes it more replayable.
impossibly easy to grasp the concept, but hard to know the solution
To
instantly.
master it.
Yeah, it's a mind fuck. It's a trip. It's a great game though. It's pretty cheap too. I think it's 15
$15,
and
yep.
that's on Switch. It's on PC.
Yeah,
I think that's it.
that's it.
But on PC, you can buy it directly from the website. If you go to, I think it's babaisyou.com. I imagine that's what it is, or just Google Baba Is You. Buy it directly off their website, and most of the cut will go directly to the developer, and the developer gives a portion of their proceeds to charity. So,
That's awesome.
Yeah. So it's for a good cause, and it's a good game. I've played several other games myself. I started getting hooked on Satisfactory.
I've heard great things about that.
It's addictive. So Kyle knows this about me, and Robert, you probably do too, but
Maybe.
my jobs in the past before my current job have all been warehouse jobs. And I love physical puzzles where I have a certain amount of things that I have to do and fit in a certain space. And that's not exactly the concept behind Satisfactory, but it helps, and it appeals to that same sense of accomplishment in my mind when it comes to a visual puzzle. So Satisfactory is all about automatized automation. I'm going to go with automation. Automated production. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Automated production. So you start off with very, very simple tools where you have to mine a couple some iron ore. You craft that into iron ingots, and then you can create an auto miner. That auto miner will keep creating that. It will keep mining the ore, and you take it to a smelter. The smelter smelts it into iron ingots automatically. You get to the point where you've got a miner that can have a conveyor belt going directly to the smelter. The smelter will take that ore, make it into ingots, go on another conveyor belt, and create something out of that. And it's just progression. There's different types of things that you need to mine, and you have to keep like power consumption into account. It's a very, once again, a simple concept, but it's a very heavy management game. It's a micromanagement game, I would say, even. And if you're not into games like Factorio or even SimCity to some extent, don't play it. But if you have any kind of interest in not just time management, but space management and spreadsheet analysis, I guess, then this game will click with you. It's seriously addictive if you have that personality that you want to try to make things as productive and efficient as possible and try to fit it in the tightest spaces, even though you have basically the entire, I don't know if it's a planet or if it's an island or several islands. There's different biomes, and it's in early access and only available on the Epic Game Store right now. But I think it's only during its early access phase that it's I don't know. I don't know.
That counts Kyle out.
Yeah.
For now, yeah. I don't think you'd personally enjoy that game.
Nah.
It's multiplayer, though, so I'd like to play it with someone, and you don't have a PC.
I want to see you stream it.
Robert.
No.
You could make it fun to watch.
I don't know, because I played it for about 6 hours straight the first night,
Jeez.
but I was doing it while not talking, and it's just thinking. It's internal. So if I was being distracted by talking to people in chat, I think I'd lose track of what I was doing. It gets to a point...
You did it pretty well with Cook Serve Delicious, too.
Okay, so that... all I was talking about was like me hitting buttons.
I know, but it was entertaining.
Yeah, that different type of...
You just have this franticness to you that makes it fun to watch.
The franticness of Cook Serve Delicious does not translate, unfortunately, into Satisfactory. So at the point, I ended up restarting in Satisfactory. I started a new game. I started a new game because I realized that with my iron, I had two auto miners creating the iron, or like mining the iron, but I didn't realize at the time how fast it was producing that raw iron. And it's to the point where you can actually split the conveyor belts and have it go to two different smelters and still be producing at the same rate as the smelters are smelting it. And then each of those smelters can go out to one or two different constructors or assemblers depending on what you're making. And it's trying to get the most out of as little as possible. Even though you can just have 1 to 1 to 1 to 1, it's more efficient to have 1 to 2 to 2 to 2 and keep on branching out and trying to get all the conveyors to fit without running over each other and build up instead of out. It's a great game.
You really need to stream it.
I might do that sometime. I might. I'd have to start a new game, I'd think, to stream it and to get it. I don't know. There's a point
to
at
get
which...
it satisfactory.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah.
There's a point in the game where you can be completely automated, and I think that would be a good start of stream. A good start point to stream it, because you can build coal factories, and those coal factories will automatically intake coal through a conveyor belt, whereas before you get to that point, you have to feed it biomass. And you have to create the biomass and then feed it into the biomass burners that power your power poles and your power lines to power everything else. You have to do that all manually. But when you get the coal production going, you can actually automate everything. I think that's where I should start streaming it. I need to get back to that point. Then I can disassemble everything and start from scratch with that level of technology.
There you go.
Yeah, early access. It's fun. I don't know how long it's going to be in early access for, and it's $30, which seems
That's
like...
not bad.
I personally think it should not be $30, but...
Oh, that's bad.
It's not a slight against the developer by any stretch. It's a great game's well thought out, and they're taking all the user feedback into account. See, I got to clear my throat really quick. I just into the fire and flames right there. But
Fire and flames.
Sorry, my throat's really messed up today. I watched Captain Marvel.
Huh?
Nah, it's all right. Thank you. Actually,
Fantastic movie.
Captain Marvel is incredible. So
There's a good movie.
I haven't told Kyle or Robert my thoughts on it yet because I just watched it yesterday. And I think...
By the way, we're recording on the day before the podcast episode's released.
It's right now 12 hours before this goes live.
Yes. So
We're in the heat of the moment.
It
some
might...
water?
Nah, it's all right.
Okay.
It might be my favorite Marvel movie.
Wow.
Really?
If not tied,
Favorite movie?
If not tied with Thor Ragnarok, it's number 2.
Wow.
It's either number.
I did not see that coming.
Neither did I.
For me, Captain Marvel isn't a comic book movie. It is, but it's first and foremost a comedy to me. There is so much comedy in it that I actually consider it to be a comedy movie. And I have not seen much with Brie Larson in it, but I think going forward, I have to watch everything she's in because she brought that character to life. And I understand there were some comic book like diehard fans that had issues with the movie because Marvel, the original Captain Marvel, was not as they portrayed her in the movie. And she was the first Captain Marvel, not Danvers, not Carol Danvers, who ended up being the first Captain Marvel in the MCU now. So I can see the frustration with that, but as a Star Wars fan, I'm already used to that. I'm used to things being retconned and rewritten and stuff, so it doesn't bother me.
Yeah. So I'm used to the MCU taking the comics and reworking them for their own streamlined purpose.
Exactly.
And that's how I go into the movies. I'm not expecting it to be 100% the comics.
And that's what I like, is you don't know exactly what to expect. If you knew exactly what to expect, what's the point?
Yeah, like, I mean, we've all seen it. Hopefully, if you guys have seen it, if not, spoiler alert, stop listening. But the Skrulls... Is it okay?
I would rather wait. It's only been out for a couple of weeks. No spoilers.
Everyone's seen it.
No spoilers.
Everybody who has wanted to see it has seen it.
Anyways, there was one other thing in the movie that a lot of people had issues with, but I personally loved. And I think it was another one of those situations where it was like the Mandarin from Iron Man 3 where people were upset.
Yeah.
But I loved that.
Yeah, I didn't.
Twist.
I like it. It was a great subterfuge. It was,
Subterfuge.
Subterfuge. That was a little bit of an inside joke right there.
But I'm surprised you liked it as much as you did. But
I really did. It was
that's shocking.
Movie,
our local movie theaters upgraded to where they have like fully like wide reclining seats with assigned seating, so I don't mind going to the theater anymore.
It's nice.
It was the most pleasant experience I've ever had in a movie theater.
Oh my god, I think we converted him.
Thank you, Regal, for
Regal Cinemas
for turning his movie-going experience around for the better.
You got another customer.
I was supposed to save this whole Captain Marvel thing until after we were done talking about the 2 weeks.
That's okay.
That's all right. That's all right.
You were excited. It's okay.
I was. I still am. I'm excited to watch Endgame. Yeah. We plan on doing another Marvel bonus episode after Phase 3 is complete and after enough time has passed for people to have watched all of Phase 3. So expect that. I'd say probably around the time the last movie of Phase 3 is released on Blu-ray, maybe a couple weeks after that.
That'd be Spider-Man, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
after
that
comes out in
movie
July, so
yeah,
it'll be on Blu-ray probably
September.
Yeah.
So September, October, somewhere in there, we'll have another Marvel episode dedicated to all of that shenanigans. I think that's about all I've got. What about you, Kyle?
Man, I've been busy these past couple weeks.
Yeah.
After our stream, I picked up Devil May Cry 5.
Yeah.
And
you only streamed a tiny bit of it.
I did because as I played it more and more, I realized that Sekiro was begging for my immediate attention.
I get that.
But when I played Devil May Cry 5, I want to play more of it. Like, I'm really excited to go back to it and, take what I've learned from Sekiro and translate it over to Devil May Cry 5.
Can you do that? Like, they're totally different play styles.
Well, I know, but I mean, I'm had to kind of reorient myself with action games because it's been a while since I played my last one.
Okay. I had to play Assassin's Creed before playing God of War, and they're not similar.
Yes, God of War was the last one I did, and that's not as crazy as these games are.
Yeah.
By far.
Yeah.
But from what I played, I loved it. Like, the game style, it was like just balls to the wall crazy, which is great for the game. And, this is Devil May Cry. It's going to be a crazy series.
Yeah.
Full of, manic characters.
Cray.
Yes.
Cray-manic.
And as I was waiting for Sekiro to come out, I just kind of randomly decided to stream Hollow Knight. It was a game I've always wanted to check out.
It's a well-made game.
It's a really atmospheric, it's a game that I imagine waking up early in the morning or playing late at night. And I really enjoy it for that.
That's a really good way of putting it.
It's just
Bravo.
really, I'm trying to think of the word. Basically...
This is helping, thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, you're welcome.
No, the cough drop.
Oh, I thought you meant me stalling.
No.
Oh, okay.
If you're intentionally stalling, please don't.
I mean,
Still have to upload this tonight before I go to
it's
bed.
just an immersive game because you have the incredible music. The music is
Oh
fantastic
my god,
in that game.
the sound in general is
The sound is-
really good.
yes.
It's very atmospheric.
It took a while to get used to the gameplay, but
Mhm.
over time you kind of get acquainted with the different enemy types, and as well as the Hollow Knight's abilities.
Yeah.
Like I just got the dash, and I love the game now. Like it was really slow and like it took a long time to traverse environments, which kind of got old after a while. But the dash helps immensely.
It reminds me of something I've heard about Far Cry New Dawn, is that you want, before you do any of the side stuff, you want to get to about a third of the way through the main story so that you get your double jump.
Exactly.
And then the
which I
game is
imagine
so
this
much
game
more
has one.
pleasant
I don't
after
know.
that.
I was thinking about buying that this weekend because it's on sale for $20.
If it's already on sale for $20, it's probably not that great of a game. But I guess full price was only $40.
Yeah. I was gonna say it's
Far Cry, you know
it's
what
more
it
Far
is.
Cry
quick,
5.
didn't it?
So.
It
Yeah.
came out like a month or two ago, didn't it?
Yeah, like a month.
It
Yeah.
was a month. Well, I mean, yeah, almost.
Yeah.
But
It's Far Cry.
yeah, it's Far Cry. You're not
It's
missing
Far
anything.
Cry.
Ubisoft.
So, Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice.
They do.
This is our glorious backdrop from my stream.
Ow.
And it was this boss fight that made me love the game.
I
Because
think
at
I'm
first I
blocking.
was getting frustrated.
I can't really move this shoulder.
What are you doing?
Left is right. I was trying to show the character or the boss, but
You gotta move completely.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. That's too much
You
work.
can. I can move.
No, just watch the stream. Go to twitch.tv/pushing
Yeah.
buttons and
It was
There
a
you go.
great stream. It was a great weekend of streaming.
yeah,
This past weekend.
yeah, it was fun to watch.
That was the most I've streamed in a while.
So I have to say something right now about this.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wanted to play Satisfactory when I had the chance on Sunday before watching Captain Marvel.
Oh.
I got sucked into watching Kyle play Sekiro, and
Whoa.
normally I can have Kyle's stream open on one monitor and be playing a game on my main screen, but I couldn't take my eyes off of that. And he didn't even have his gorgeous face.
No.
Up
Which
there.
is something I need up there.
So it was just the game, and
It's a fantastic
I'm not
game.
gonna play. I can almost tell you I'm not gonna play the game just because I don't play that style of game. But I was hooked on watching you play it.
I mean, I'll try and keep it brief,
Pushing buttons.
but what I love about this game is that it takes a veteran Souls player, me, and it
Humble brag.
tells
That wasn't
him
humble. That
or
was just a
her.
brag.
It tells that player that you got to unlearn everything you learned about those games, and you have to adapt to this new play style, which is
So does it take a veteran player of something to do
I
that?
mean-
If you have to unlearn everything,
no,
wouldn't
but
that
that's those are the expectations I had. Like I
Oh.
was using my experience to
So
you
you
know
don't have to be a veteran Soul player,
no
but you did say that you have to be a veteran Soul player.
to appreciate it more.
I can see your perspective.
Because the combat in the Souls games, it's more like hack and slash.
Yes, it is.
In this game, you have to actually think ahead to what the enemy's doing, and it's not the same type of gameplay. It's different because you have to parry more.
Every battle to me reminded me of my favorite part of Assassin's Creed, and that was taking over the fortresses.
Yes.
Every battle, every enemy encounter reminded me of that, besides the boss fights. But all the regular trash enemies throughout the game, they're not trash enemies because they can kill you in one hit. But
I mean, there's just so many new elements to their latest release. Like there's the grappling hook, which makes traversal
That did look fun.
Yeah.
incredible. Like I can't describe how whimsical you feel every time you fly through the air. You jump off like a wall or something, and you do a death blow on an enemy down below. Like
think of
it's
Spider-Man, but
exhilarating.
with more limitations.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't played Spider-Man.
You
but
should. It's
I
great.
really need to.
Yeah.
But the
I was gonna
game.
say, or like Batman.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, that's
there you
true.
go.
Batman. That's really similar. Batman. Indeed. But it was like a really intuitive feel, like when you master the combat system. Like I personally feel like this is like the most rewarding gameplay in a Souls game,
It's high
aside from
praise.
Bloodborne.
That's high praise.
It's really up there with like all these other top releases of mine. Because at first I was getting frustrated playing the game. Because I was like, oh, I'm a badass Souls player. I've played the games numerous times and beat the hardest bosses, And this game was kicking my ass, and it felt good.
It was the posture system, though, that probably,
Yes.
yeah.
Which I should also bring up, like mastering that whole dynamic, that gameplay mechanic.
Which goes back to what you said, it's all about parrying. Every time
Yes.
you parry, the enemy's posture bar fills up more and more and more.
Yes. Yes.
And then,
It's like a extended shield bar, like from the, Dark Souls days. And you have to fill up the bar for them to be vulnerable to the critical hit. But it wasn't until this boss fight that it really made me learn the gameplay. Like,
so every enemy
It,
encounter
like,
is
took
pretty
it-
much its own puzzle.
yes, I would say that very much.
That's fair.
Fantastic game. I love it. I can't wait to play more of it.
Our game of the year conversation this year is going to be great.
I'm looking forward to it already.
There's
a
already
lot of good
some,
games.
some good, and there's a lot of good ones coming.
Yes.
Speaking of which, so some of the stuff that I want to talk to before we are going to talk a little bit about Google Stadia, but before that, I am super excited about, and I was talking about this with Kyle during his stream the other day, Katana Zero. I am super happy that
That first
game's coming out
trailer
soon.
was incredible.
That game looks very good.
Yeah.
I see it as Mark of the Ninja meets Hotline Miami is how I would describe
Exactly.
it. And it looks phenomenal. It looks like a lot of fun. So it's a 2D side-scrolling ninja game, basically. But you have to go through levels as silently as possible, like Mark of the Ninja. But you can kill everybody in one hit. But like Hotline Miami, there's specific ways that you want to go about it or don't want to go about it, because you can also die in one hit.
It also kind of reminds me of Super House of Dead Ninjas.
I could see that too because
Yeah.
of its fast-paced nature.
Yes.
But it's got the rewind ability, so
That's what I love about
if
it.
you screw up, you can go back without having to replay the whole.
That's nice.
I like
Like
the
with
sound of that.
Celeste.
Yeah.
Like you can just go back to the beginning of the level
Right.
and retry it. Like,
Right.
That's perfect.
Yeah. The other game that I am, for some reason, I don't know why I'm randomly excited about this as of yesterday, but My Friend Pedro looks incredible. That's the game
You have to remind me on that one.
where they showed it off, I think, at the Game Awards, where the dude's like flipping through, has dual wielding guns, and is killing the side scrolling.
I remember now.
Yeah.
Yep.
I see it kind of as, God, oh man, I had a good analogy for it. It was another 2D side scrolling, like kind of Shadow Complex, I guess, mixed with Trials, was kind of how I see it, because you're doing all the flippy acrobatics
Yeah.
and trying to keep your momentum going while all like killing everything on screen. It looks like just random nonsense that Devolver Digital is puking onto its consumers, and I love it. That's the kind of nonsense shenanigans that they're known for, and I love it.
Oh, something I forgot to mention.
What's up?
So these past 3 weeks, I've been on a new diet. I've lost 15 pounds. Yeah.
Good job.
Good job.
I'm on keto.
Keto.
I've been posting on my Instagram and stuff of all the delicious food I'm learning how to make.
If you like food porn, follow Kyle's Instagram.
Where can they
No.
follow you? What kind of social media links you got to throw around?
Well, Instagram,
Yeah. What is your social media handle?
Monumentus Kyle.
There it is. Thank you.
That's my Twitter. And there's also a Pushing Buttons Instagram.
There is Pushing Buttons podcast.
No food on there though.
Well, not yet. Yeah, you never know.
Maybe.
There's dogs on there. Dog.
There is
There's
dog.
dog on there. Dog on there. Yeah, it's my princess. My princess. Yeah.
Speaking of which, your dog is adorable.
She is. She's the best.
I loved having her on the stream. Although when she started barking, that was annoying.
Yeah. So I live in a duplex, and my neighbors and I share a backyard, and they had a dog over, and
Oh.
that dog just wants
Set her
to.
off, yeah.
That dog just wants to say hi to Leia, but that other dog, he's like 6 times the size of Leia.
Mm-hmm.
So she does not like him. And he was a puppy when they first met, so he ran full bore at her the first time they met. And ever since then, she has not liked him. So anytime she hears that collar jingle, even from next door, she'll just start barking like crazy. And that's what happened while we were streaming. But she does join our streams, twitch.tv/pushingbuttons.
Might as well get that in there.
Hey, Kyle, can you make the emote in person? We have an emote on our Twitch channel.
Oh my god.
I want to see if you can do it on command. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I pointed at the screen instead of at Kyle. Yeah.
It kind of crossed my
his
eyes
surprise
to do
face.
it. Yeah.
We have an emote on our Twitch channel. The benefit to anybody that subscribes, only $4.99 a month. Unless you have Twitch Prime, then you can just do it for free.
Okay, enough with the shilling. Let's move on.
I like shilling though. It's something I'm okay at. I'm okay
Let's
at
get
it.
to the main topic.
All right. Who wants to begin? So
This is Robert's idea. It's his baby.
for the main topic, like we kind of described earlier, we're taking something that already exists in media, whether it be books or movies, TV shows, what have you, and changing that into a video game, describing the game, what it would be like. Robert, what have you got?
Okay.
Should we establish like rules
No.
moving forward, like with our islands?
The island was 2 weeks ago, man. Catch up.
Yeah.
Well, I am.
We're all
caught up.
off the island now, Kyle.
We're here.
I'm not. I'm still lost.
Well, that was your problem for watching that show.
I love that show.
Why?
I love that show.
Anyway,
Okay.
maybe you should try to adapt that to a game.
No, there's already a video game of it.
Is there?
There's a lost
was,
video
yeah.
game.
Oh,
I never
that's-
played it because it looked like a piece of shit.
I heard it was.
Yeah.
What have you got, Robert?
Okay. So my first one is a movie, Anchorman.
Ooh,
Huh?
weird.
Now get this. It's a fighting game.
Like a beat 'em up.
Kind of. Yeah.
Like those old
So,
2D.
You know the scene
What?
in
Double
Anchorman,
Dragon.
the
Double
first
Dragon,
one,
yeah.
Streets
or
of
even the
Rage.
second one.
That's right.
It's the best scene in the movie where all the
They're all
different
fighting.
stations come in
Uh-huh.
and they have a big brawl.
Yes.
I picture more like a.
Battle Royale.
No. No more of those.
I want to say no
Please.
because I
Thank you.
hate those. But I'm thinking more like not like a side view fighter like Street Fighter or whatever, but more like maybe a WWE game, even though I haven't played it. But instead of in a ring, just like a different arena, and you choose your newscast person, your fighter or whatever. You can choose your weapon, and then you can have just brawls between.
I think it would have to be
Newscasters.
made by the people that did Fire Pro Wrestling. Look it up.
I was even thinking the Warriors.
It kind of
Actually,
sounds
Rockstar
like,
made the Warriors. didn't
They
Rockstar
did.
did make the Warriors,
If
yes.
they should make another combat game like that set in the
They did. It
Anchorman
was-
universe.
It was the table tennis, virtual table tennis.
yes.
Yes.
There's room for maybe there to be extracurricular gameplay outside of the fighting.
So
Like,
there's
you could add maybe a management to managing a TV station. If your ratings get low enough or something, that's when you have a fight.
I'm in. So
Yeah?
it's kind of that Power Rangers game, Chroma Squad.
I don't remember.
It's like Chroma Squad, where the whole game you're actually creating a TV show and you're managing the TV show, but the missions actually take place as like an RTS, like a real a turn-based strategy. My apologies. But instead of that, it would be like a fighter.
Yeah. Or even picturing a Marvel Ultimate Alliance, kind of like that.
Oh, okay. Like
Is that isometric? Is that what you call it?
Like,
I'm excited
Gauntlet.
for that.
Right?
Gauntlet.
Well,
That's
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Gauntlet.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. So you can have it doesn't have to be just one-on-one, but I want the entire news crew out there fighting.
Battle
I want
Royale.
it to
Oh,
be a melee.
Stop
so,
it, Kevin. Stop it.
Yeah,
That sounds fun.
I thought so.
I wonder if
It's got to have humor too. It's got to be really funny.
Naturally.
Yeah.
I wonder if they would ever license that out for
They will
For a
after
video
they
game.
watch this episode.
and they do because Netflix watches this.
Yeah.
So
Well, they got to have their finger on the pulse of America, so
Their
they have to
finger on
watch everything.
something. Cool. I like that. That's
Thank you.
unique.
Thank you.
You want me to go? You want me to go?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll go.
Go.
It's Arrested Development.
What?
So
Nice.
How?
you take the story of Michael Bluth and you make it into a Telltale style choose your own adventure game.
Okay.
You son of a bitch.
Oh, did you have Arrested Development as well, or did you
No.
have Telltale style
I
game?
have a Telltale style game.
I think you
Oh.
can take anything and make it a Telltale
Yeah.
game. Everybody wants a Star Wars, especially an Old Republic setting for
That'd be
for a Telltale game. I've always wanted that.
Hmm.
But yeah, so it doesn't have to follow even Michael Bluth. It could be a character that's not a Bluth character, but it would be set in that same.
Could be Kitty.
Could be Tobias.
Oh, this is the last time you'll be seeing these. Yeah, just Maybe it'll have multiple characters like that's what it would be. It would be the Bluth family, but you'd control each character. And like for the first part of it, of course, George would be in prison. That's when it would start. George would be in prison.
Nice. Good time.
Michael
Good time.
would be the president, or Job. Job would have to be the president at that time. Michael would be trying to keep the family all together because that's what he does. George, Michael, all you're doing is chasing on maybe. It's pre-fake block.
Right.
Oh, also, I watched the new season of Arrested Development.
I did too. Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
I enjoyed it.
I did too. Yeah, I think an adventure an adventure game based on the Blue family where you can make your own decision, have different endings.
You know what I think?
There are ghosts in here.
Yeah, what's all the noise?
I'm scared.
It's like a rat or something.
We do
I
get.
smell a rat.
Sorry.
But to add to your thesis,
Okay.
Sorry.
I think your game would be better served as like a South Park style RPG. You know how like they do it as like a satire? I think it could
But
be
South Park
interesting.
is a satire, like by nature.
Well, I know, but couldn't you imagine like the Arrested Development, like a party of 4, fighting against, Lucille 2 or whatever? You know what I mean?
She can't even stand up.
That's the point. There'd be a funny boss
I
fight
can't
out of
see
that.
You get like one fight out of that game because there's only so many
Thank you,
characters. There's only so many characters.
You know what I mean?
There could be mini games like the Sitwell versus Bluth Company baseball game, the annual baseball game. That could be part of it.
I mean,
You'd
that
have
could
to
be
have
its
Cinco de
whole
Quattro.
level,
Cinco de Quattro would have to be in there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the banana stand would be like your vendor shop where you buy items.
Naturally, because there's always
Yeah.
money there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So,
But I disagree with that part about the
okay.
fighting Lucille Estero.
Just
Well,
make everything into a
I don't know.
fighting game.
Robert seemed to get a lot of joy out of that.
Well, because it was hilarious.
That was funny.
All right, Kyle, what have you got? What's
So,
numero uno for you?
Something I didn't mention in my last 2 weeks is I watched the John Wick films.
Nice. I still haven't seen those.
Those are so good.
They're fantastic action movies.
I know.
Keanu Reeves is amazing because he does his own stunt work. I mean, watching that man kick ass is always a
art.
pleasure.
So
Those
how would the
movies
game?
are
It's an art.
How would the game be?
So you know what kind of games I miss?
Max Payne.
You're right on the money. Like third-person action shooters.
Yep.
Like Stranglehold.
Yes.
Stranglehold was great.
Yes. Like Wet.
Wet was great.
You know?
Stranglehold. Enter the Matrix.
And I'm not just talking about
Fantastic.
like general action games. I'm thinking like an episodic, story-driven action shooter. game.
Yes. Yes.
Max Payne's a great example as well.
Max Payne is the perfect example.
I miss
of
those
it.
games.
Like the first
They're
two
fun.
Max Payne games. The first two.
The third one was good too.
Yeah,
I
but
liked
it's a different style.
Yeah, but that's what I miss. I just love having mindless action in a shooter environment.
Yeah.
That's a really good shout. I like
And
that.
John Wick has a lot of like this huge universe to build from to like make all these cool like factions you can fight against. I can't remember the names, so Robert, you have to help me with that. Like the Continental,
Mm-hmm.
like that would be like your home base.
Would there be RPG
And-
mechanics in that game like there are in almost every game now?
Well, that's the thing. I feel like John Wick is so expansive of like a property. You could do it like a Hitman game or like an action shooter game.
Can't it be both?
It could be both. It's a dream game after all.
Yeah, there you go.
The story could start out by having his third dog die. And, that sort of thing.
I was just going to ask, is there going to be a dog?
Well-
And will you be able to pet it?
Can you pet the dog?
Can you pet the dog?
That just blew my mind.
The dog could be another
Whoa.
character.
That's great.
Maybe like an attack dog.
No, it would still die.
Like, oh.
But
Well,
you
now I
can
don't wanna
pet
play
it
your game.
like in Fable 2. Like you can pet your dog, and then
The dog
you can
doesn't always
build
have to
you can
die.
build an emotional attachment to it, and then the story would just
Would there be driving
away.
mechanics? Because he loves his car too.
I don't think that's necessary. Enter the Matrix
I
tried
don't
to
want another
shoehorn
open
those
world
in.
game. I just want like a linear.
Well, no, there's linear driving
straightforward
missions
shooter.
in Enter the Matrix and in probably in Max Payne.
I mean, don't get me wrong. That'd be cool to have it open world.
Hanging out the
no.
window shooting stuff. I didn't like that.
I mean, for me personally, I just want like a really cool like close combat fighting system.
Would there be melee combat?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
And with him utilizing the weapons, like there'd be like a like a VAT style slow mo action kill screen.
You're talking about the Matrix again.
I'm making this game with you.
I mean, doesn't that sound amazing?
That sounds dope.
I think it's just
Dope.
got everything to make a great video game franchise.
Great set pieces too.
That too, yeah.
So
That
what would
could
the graphic
translate.
style be like? Would it be cell shaded like a comic?
No.
Would it be like more realistic like the movies are?
I would say more realistic,
Okay.
but not
I could
as
see
like
good-
stylized.
I could see good pixel art being really good for that style too.
Lots of neon lighting.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, like I love the look of Deus Ex. I think it should look similar to that.
yeah. It does
You know,
have
like
similar
Square
colors.
Enix game.
Yeah.
I mean, not the colors, but I mean just like the visual, like how the characters look and everything.
Oh. Eh.
Possibly.
I mean, that's up to you. You're the
It's his
creator
game,
here.
Kevin.
It's your. I know.
You don't have to play it.
Obvi.
But I'm also looking forward to seeing the third movie.
If
coming
Kyle
out
made a game,
in
I'd
May.
play
It's
it.
going to be good.
I'd at least be a beta tester if you made a game.
I mean, I love how he like does the double tap every time he kills someone. Like more things need
The way
to
that
happen
man
like that.
reloads a gun is
No, I just like how
beautiful,
he confirms
too.
the kill. He shoots once and then boom, headshot. He just ends it. Like he just makes a snap decision.
Respect.
He does that to everybody. It's fucking cool. It's like this is the game that should be made. I mean, that'd be so badass if you just do like a poo and you just keep, like melee combat
theoretically
stuff.
you could double tap anybody in a shooting game.
It's true.
It's
Well,
just up to you
still,
to
but
do it.
it's like a quick shot thing. You know how like you hold a trigger
It could be like an
and
execution
there's like an aim
style.
assist, right?
Like
There's an
you
aim assist.
injure them
That's
enough
my
that they
leg
have to they're like down on the ground.
Yeah.
And then it's like a button prompt, like an execution in like a Batman game or whatever. Just pump.
See, I'm thinking of Sekiro. Like, you know how you have to parry. You can do the same
pop.
thing with this game, John Wick game. So when he kills an enemy,
John Wick game.
you quickly let go of the
Untitled
trigger.
John Wick game.
Like you barely let go, and then you squeeze again to do the double tap move. And oh my god, it'd just be so fun to play. Why isn't this a thing? Do you see
Get
what I
in
feel?
contact
You
with
see what
us,
I
game
feel?
people.
Who
We have ideas.
The
Who
double
would
tap.
develop-
That's how you double tap.
who would you have develop and or publish? That's the question I should
that's
have.
a
I would
question.
develop it.
You know how to do that?
In my ideal world, yes.
Who in reality would you have develop and or publish it? It doesn't matter who develops it. If you can pick one or the other or both.
Honestly, I think Remedy would be a good studio for it because they made Max Payne.
I could see that.
And I think Rockstar would be another good one. I would love to see them go back to Max Payne 3, making those kind of games again.
I'd have to trust Don't Nod with my Arrested Development game because Telltale's doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, which developer would make your Anchorman game? We never did.
It would have to be an indie
address that.
studio to do it
Yeah.
properly.
Yeah, I think so.
I think whoever made Punch Club. I don't remember who made that,
I don't either.
but it'd have to be published by Devolver.
Mm.
I think Devolver would have to publish it.
John Wick needs to happen.
I'm down for that.
Any
We
more?
need more movies to games
Does anybody have any more?
adaptations.
I know Robert's got a couple.
Well, I'll go with my my Telltale style game.
okay, and go
I was
for
going to
it.
go with Breaking Bad.
Oh, interesting.
And the whole thing of it would be is trying to make different choices than what the TV show did.
Oh, okay. So
And
you can play
trying to see
Walter
how
White as a
long-
good guy.
May not be a good guy. 'Cause
Try
that
to see
makes
how
him-
long he could keep it secret from his family and
Yeah,
stuff. Like see
like-
how different
yeah.
scenarios would
You see
play
how
out.
his choices happen on the show, and you trying to do the opposite and seeing how long you can stay kingpin.
Gotcha.
And all that. And like, when you're mixing a batch of meth, you have like you have to figure it out while you're doing. Do you reach for the whatever?
You're
Or do you
making
reach
you're
for
making
that?
it sound like a Quantic Dream game.
Oh, those are coming to the Epic Game Store.
Yeah,
Isn't that cool?
I already own them, but sure.
I already own them.
I don't care.
They're coming to PC. It's the first time they're coming off of a PlayStation console. It's cool.
Robert, continue.
Fuck you, Kyle.
I'm more interested
Shut
about
down.
Robert's
Shut down.
decisions here.
Quantic Dream could make it, I guess, but
Yeah, well, what you were doing, you're like,
I mean, yeah, okay.
Please
In
watch
that-
this because without video, there's.
I don't know.
Oh my god.
Okay, yeah,
You know?
the way, yeah, That
Sorry,
makes sense.
I just couldn't help myself.
I just meant, like in Telltale, they're just standing there when you got to choose, okay,
Right.
maybe not
Yeah.
doing the hand grab.
Do you have to double tap it? Grab it twice.
Jason!
Press X
Yeah,
to Jason.
plus, I just think seeing like Walter White and Jesse and all that in the Telltale.
Okay, that's more accurate. Telltale. I like that.
Telltale, man. Like that cell shaded look, I think it'd be cute to see them like that.
Well, I think you're out of luck. Because Telltale Studios is no longer...
But it's a
I'm
dream
aware.
game, Kyle.
I am aware,
Don't squish
Kyle.
his dreams.
Someone else will pick up the torch.
Who?
Someone.
No, you need to clarify this now.
They're not around yet.
You're the financer of this
Financier.
expedition.
There's what Skybound Studios or whatever that's finishing The Walking Dead. I think they could pick up the torch.
Is that who you really want to make this game?
I don't know. I've never played one of their games.
I thought you did.
Telltale, not Skybound.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
You are sorry.
There.
Kyle's just rude today. He's a
I'm
rude
tired. I'm
Gus.
sorry. I've been up since 5 o'clock in the morning.
It's only 6:30 at night.
I go to bed in 2 hours. From, our time.
Okay. I didn't think you went to their time because you don't know what time they're listening.
Well, that's why I clarified and said our time.
Okay. Okay, Kyle. Okay. Okay, Kyle.
Okay.
This is the banter that everybody looks forward to.
Yes.
I suppose.
You got any more?
I'm kind of off screen a little bit.
Well, the given for me was always an open world Assassin's Creed style Star Wars game.
Oh,
But-
you mean the canceled EA game?
See,
Yes,
I would
do.
love.
the cancel Visceral game.
Yeah.
I do
Yes.
mean that. Absolutely, but I'm not getting that, so
Well, yeah.
it was already almost a reality.
For throwing open world into the mix, I want an open world Lord of the Rings game, single player,
Oh, okay, I was gonna say there is already
single
Lord of the Rings
player,
online, but
like
There already is?
Skyrim, but Lord of the Rings, like The Witcher. There we
like,
go, but Lord of the Rings.
Okay. That
The
makes
entire
sense.
continent of Middle Earth.
That's a good one, too.
I want that someday.
Did you hear about the Gollum game they just announced?
I did hear that today.
That's random.
I know.
Like, who would want to play as him?
I'll probably play it.
it depends on what kind of game it is for
Yeah.
me.
I like that it's going away from the movies. Like it's brand new. They're doing their own take on it, straight from the source material.
Okay.
They're not trying to do the aesthetic from the movies.
Cool.
I like that. I'm excited for a new vision
Yeah,
of Lord of the Rings.
I like that.
I can't wait for Amazon's show.
I'm excited for that. too.
That looks promising, even though there's no trailer for it yet.
It sounds
I'm
promising.
just excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Me too. Games.
I had another one, but I forgot.
Aw. What about you, Kyle?
I think, Kevin, you should stir up those old dregs. What'd you have in mind?
Stir up the old
I
dregs.
don't.
You don't have any more?
I just said I had another one, but I forgot.
How do you forget something like that?
I forget things. Brains. I'm not a brain scientist.
You're
Are you
getting old.
implying that you're making it up as you go along?
No, I'm saying
Oh.
that I had something else in mind and I don't remember. Well, is the concept of forgetting something new to you? Have you never forgotten a thing before or been
He's
around
on
people
keto.
that
He doesn't forget
things?
anything anymore. He's the pinnacle of human.
You had to have witnessed somebody forget something at least
Yeah.
once in your life. I mean, people forget things. Is that not allowed in your world? Am I not perfect enough to be in Kyle's
Okay, you're taking this too
unforgettable world?
far. You're taking this way too far.
Leave those coconuts alone, man.
Yeah, they have stuff in them.
I don't remember what I was going to go with, though.
Okay.
I honestly don't have any more ideas.
You said you had 3.
Yeah, what's the next one?
Okay. Well.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, Kevin. Okay.
I'll
Kyle.
probably think
I'd
of
go for a
one.
Letterkenny
I'll probably
video
think
game.
of one as you
A Letter
talk.
Kenny video.
That'd be great.
If you guys do not watch Letterkenny,
Please do.
give it a shot on Hulu. It is an uproariously hilarious show.
Every line is comedy.
It's gold. It's very mature in the
Yeah,
language department. Do not watch it with your kids around, but it is hilarious.
that's fair.
So this one
be
you guys
fair.
aren't really going to know anything about, so I'll
Lay
try
on
to
us.
create it for you. It's a Stephen King book. Well, he co-wrote it with someone. It's from the 80s. It's called The Talisman.
Okay.
And it's kind of it's fantasy, But what it is it's this kid, and he discovers this talisman that makes it so he can cross over to an alternate version of America, basically. And everyone in that alternate side has what they call a twinner. So it's like his doppelganger on the other side, basically. But if one swaps to the other side, they just inherit that body that person is.
It kind of sounds like another movie we just watched together.
Kind of, but
similar, but not.
Yeah, not really, because those are different.
Okay.
Those weren't. Yeah, those are different.
There's no alternate dimension.
But
Gotcha.
on the alternate side of America, it's more like a fantasy, like there's a queen and all that. And the whole story is him trying to save his mother because she has like cancer. And the cure is on the other side of the United States, like, and in the alternate world, which is called the territories.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's trying to get to, the West Coast to try to get the cure. And all throughout the book, it's like a road trip movie. He's switching back and forth, and he meets friends and all that.
Sure.
And he's being chased by bad guys, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it would be a cool mechanic to be able to... It would be like a narrative game, kind of like a picture like a Last of Us, or like even a God of War. Not as open world as God of War.
It's like the older God of Wars.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like I said, more like The Last of Us, where you have a
Gotcha.
progression of you're traveling, but it's all very... mostly linear.
That's what I enjoyed most about Last of Us was the different seasons, splitting up the different sequences in the game. That was a great storytelling
and you
device.
could, like, there'd be, I think it'd have to be specific points in the story where you would switch over to the other America.
Yeah.
But I think that'd be a cool story game. I've always wanted to see it as either a movie or a game or something. So
interesting. Yeah. I did think of another one.
Good.
I would take. Hear me out.
Okay.
Metallica's The Thing That Should Not Be, and make that
a song.
Take a
into
song
a game
and make that into a Devil May Cry style game. So The Thing That Should Not Be is based on Lovecraftian horror.
Ooh.
And I think that kind of aesthetic would work really great in a fast-paced character action game, like a Devil May Cry style character action. Where with just creepy stuff, not demonic, but like Lovecraftian horrors, like
tentacles,
Cthulhu, stuff. I guess Call of Cthulhu would have been a better choice for a Metallica song.
Yeah, I was
based on
say, there's quite a few.
Just the pacing of the song, The Thing That Should Not Be, ramping up, and then especially the chorus. I was just there. It'll come back to me at some point, but like the pacing of the song and like the certain beats and how it's slow and then it ramps up for the chorus and then it kind of gets slow and quiet again. It gives off a creepy, heavy vibe to me, and I think that could be translated into a visual, interactive experience. That would be very fun to play, and I'm very happy that I came up with a song that I would want to play as a video game.
That's a first. I've never heard of a song.
That's creativity, man.
Yeah, I try. As I'm still messing. Man, I should have done this during the test recordings.
You okay there?
Yeah, I think my mic stand's coming off the table a bit. That's all good. You
Nice.
think of anything else?
Well, I mean, I could kind of just pull something out of my ass.
See what you can come up with off the top of your head. Because I don't know if you remember about.
I don't know if there'll be good
a
ideas.
few months ago, I came up with the Super Mario Battle Royale game.
You did. That was gold.
No. No.
I was thinking about TV shows after Robert mentioned his. And I was thinking of something like Mindhunter, where it's like L.A. Noire, but... you use the same gameplay system to interview these serial killers.
That
Interesting.
would be really
And like withdraw information from them to, I don't know, like get some kind of progress bar or something.
You skipped past me talking about Google Stadia.
Huh?
I never talked about Google Stadia.
Well, I thought we were saving that for the end.
No. We're going to do that.
So we're going to do it right now?
No. No, we're going to do it at the end. We weren't going to.
Well, there's something else I wanted to talk about too during that time.
Oh, then why didn't we talk about that?
Because I wanted to get to the main topic.
Why do we even have these meetings?
the meeting that Kyle didn't attend to till it was over.
Yeah, I was using the bathroom.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Another. Anyway, that was one idea.
I like that idea a lot, actually.
Ozark.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ozark into a distribution. Okay, first, Ozark would actually be
Technical difficulties.
oh no, behind the screens.
There we go. Okay, we're good.
I think Ozark into like a Scarface style or kind of Grand Theft Auto style game where you have to. It'd be very simplistic and just only Ozark in the way that the Scarface video game was Scarface. It'd be a complete blatant ripoff of Grand Theft Auto and have no value in and of itself. But I would like to see, like, if you played as the what was the name of the family that the not the family, sorry, the cartel.
Oh.
You play as the cartel, but it'd be
I don't remember the cartel's name.
a management game like Sim City, but you plan like distribution of drugs.
So it could also be Narcos, the video game.
Yeah, it could
there
be.
you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Like, Tropico, I guess, but I don't know if drugs are part of Tropico. I just imagine. I've never played Tropico. Yeah. Tropico 6 is coming soon.
It'd be kind of cool to make a game based off Ex Machina. It's that movie with Oscar Isaac and Alicia Vikander, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think that'd be a really cool horror game.
That could be a good horror game.
Like, it'll be similar, but as you get closer to the end, like the end of the movie, where,
stuff happens.
I don't know if you've seen it. I probably shouldn't spoil it then.
You would enjoy that.
It's a great
I
movie.
know. I've been meaning
It's a great
to. I
movie.
just haven't gotten around to watching.
You can always borrow it, man.
All right, man.
That could make a really cool, like, solitary, isolated horror experience.
Interesting.
I like that.
But not in, like, the usual way of jump scares, just, like, psychological horror.
Mm-hmm.
That could be really cool. Yeah. Yes. Oh, another one. So this is technically cheating because there's already a video game on it. But John Carpenter's The Thing, I still want a good game of that. Because Dead Space is,
I was gonna say, would it be kind of be like Dead Space?
Well, it'd be more like a interactive experience.
Like a video game.
You'll play as a character, like the main lead character, and you have to actually interrogate the other people who are abandoned with you, like cut off from society. And then, if you fail or if you answer a question wrong, or similar to like L.A. Noire, you'll lose by being consumed.
Is there a dog in that movie?
Yes.
Will you be able to pet the dog in the game?
Yes.
Okay.
And that's when
before or after it's changed.
That's the thing. That's the gameplay.
I know, that's the
Psych
thing.
You up.
It's the thing.
Yeah.
All right.
I
Well,
want some more ideas from you two.
I
This
think
is fun.
it's about time we wrap it up.
Okay, we'll wrap it up.
I want to talk a little bit about Google Stadia. I want to get your guys' opinion on that. What was it that you wanted to talk about?
Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 got announced, yo.
Gotcha. The perfect time to talk about that would have been when I was talking about my friend Pedro and Zero.
I didn't think
Katana
about
Zero.
it till like 10 minutes ago.
So did you come unprepared?
The title of that
I
really
always come
confuses
prepared.
me.
That's
To be
fair.
unprepared.
That's fair. Yeah.
Vampire, wow. Finally.
It's been a long time coming.
Yeah. 2004, 15 years
A
ago.
long time coming.
The game is wonderful. It came out at the same time as Half-Life 2 and all these other big
Sequel to that's
games.
never
Metal
coming.
Gear Solid 3, GTA San Andreas. It was just
a good time for video
lost in the shuffle. And it's a shame because it's a great game with a great story.
Stream it.
I already played through it, but
Stream it.
I would probably check it out again.
Stream it.
It's fun because
I'd watch.
you pick like a clan to like choose your character, and there's like 13 different ones you can choose from or something like that. And the story is just really awesome because there's sexy vampires all trying to get with you, and you're like learning to be a vampire, and you're just kind of like,
Are you
"Oh,
sexy
yeah."
in that game?
You
Because
can
obviously
be.
in person you are, but in the game.
But the dialogue is like the old Fallout style, where you
Right.
can choose like various ways
Right.
to interact with
Yeah.
people. And oh man, the sequel.
When
I
what the
can't
text
wait.
actually meant that the character said what you
Yes.
select.
Yes,
It's going to be a dialogue wheel in number 2.
No, I don't think so. It's going to be the same way.
I don't know.
I'm really excited because it's going to be in Seattle. And that's going to be really cool to explore at night and stuff. Like, I'm really, really wanting to play that when it comes out next year.
Nice.
I'm super hype.
You guys want to talk about Stadia for a minute?
Sure.
Before we
I don't
head
know
out?
anything about it, so let me know.
Google Stadia is Google's entry into video gaming, where you don't actually need they have the hardware. You can stream it on anything, and they're really trying to tie it into YouTube in a way that if you're watching a trailer or you're watching a video of a game, you can click on the screen and go buy now or play now, and you can instantly play the game within 5 seconds. And it's all going to be running, they say, in 4K 60 frames per second on any device.
If
You're basically just streaming
the
gameplay.
fast enough internet.
Right, if your internet can keep up with it. But yes,
Wasn't there another system that
PlayStation
did that?
Now did that.
Yeah.
And still does. And I loved it because I was playing God of War from the PS2 on my PC with the DualShock 4 controller. No, with an Xbox One controller. And Google Stadia, you can use any USB controller. You can also buy their controller, which the way they put it, your controller will know what instance of the game you're playing. And you can switch from device to device to device based on where your controller's plugged in, or what your controller's connected to, I should say, because it's wireless. They were really trying to tie it into YouTube in the way that you can also upload stuff instantly to YouTube through it while you're playing, or stream on YouTube while you're playing. They're really pushing YouTube on it.
As they would.
Yeah. And some of the more cheesy things about it, they said that you could they gave the example of if you're stuck in a video game at a certain part, you can ask for help using the Google Assist button on there, and it'll pull up search results that are tied to
you
what
made
you're...
it sound like when you hit the assist button,
It just
It won't play the
plays
game for you.
it'll
No,
play the game for you.
no, it won't play the game for
A
you.
Google
but-
person in a bunker somewhere. I'm taking over your game
Hell,
now.
I'd do
I'll
that
get past
job.
this part for you.
Sign me up.
But the really interesting thing about it, though, is that you can actually make demos of a game and link it, like certain portions of a game. If you're a game developer and you want the public to play a certain portion of a game, you can create an actual URL where somebody can click it and be on Twitter, YouTube, an email, 4chan, whatever, and just click that link, and you can instantly play that game from wherever they want you to start that game.
Okay.
And there's a lot of super cool concepts about it that are going to put the whole Steam versus Epic Game Store thing. That at some point that won't matter. I don't think Google Stadia is going to take off the way they want it to. But if any one company can pull it off, it's Google.
Oh, yeah, they're a multi-billion-dollar company.
I'm super excited to see
have
where
the
this technology
literally.
goes.
Yeah.
I really am curious about it because if this does end up taking off in the next decade. That's what Microsoft,
Honestly,
Sony, Nintendo, maybe not Nintendo, but
That's
that's
the
what Sony and
trend.
Microsoft will be doing.
I think with the popularity of streaming,
Microsoft tried to make the Xbox One.
It's going to get there eventually.
That's what the Xbox One was supposed to initially be, was a streaming device. You wouldn't even have physical copies. You were supposed to be licensed digital copies of it and play it via the internet rather than... That's why...
Well, they do have the... I mean, it's basically a confirmed rumor now, but they have a disk driveless Xbox One coming out next year, so
and
they're already getting their foot in the door with it.
With technology like PlayStation Now, I forgot what PlayStation Now was originally. Before Sony bought it, there was a service that they bought and turned it into PlayStation Now. But I was super interested in that, and PlayStation Now is really cool because, like I said, you could play whatever games based on whatever hardware you have. Like, you could play... They showed the example of Assassin's Creed going from a big screen to a shitty laptop to a phone and a tablet, all seamlessly the same instance of that game. And if it works the way they say it's going to, there's some really cool stuff that can happen from that technology.
I'm just scared, though, because with the way internet data caps are...
Oh my God. If Google Fiber was a thing, I don't want Google to own everything.
That's what frightens me about it.
Disney will buy Google at that point. But
There's no way you could stream all these games without eating up your data plan.
So
That is if you have the cap or whatever.
I'm
Which is
sure
now
they had
a thing because of net neutrality being killed.
I haven't looked into that, but I'm sure they probably addressed that to some extent. But yeah, that's something that they'd have to work with Comcast and Cox and AT&T.
That's what this is going to live and die by.
Yeah.
Is the customer's internet plans.
All that means is that those internet companies, those internet ISPs can actually profit off of it, which fucking sucks. But because net neutrality isn't a thing anymore, Google can just pay billions of dollars to these companies, and then we can have unlimited streamability through those platforms only, or through Google Stadia only.
Hopefully.
But no,
remains to be seen, but hopefully.
It should all still be neutral. It should all still be neutral.
Yeah.
But Google has the money, has the capital to make a huge payoff to all
if anyone could do it,
these
it's
ISPs.
Yeah.
And make it so that there is no cap on their stuff. But regardless of any of that, that technology that's being created behind it, I'm super interested in. I keep saying that, super interested, because I am. I want to see where it goes and how it ends up either improving video games or other mediums, if it's going to be taking over how people consume everything. That's how media's been going with Netflix and Hulu and YouTube and Twitch. That's how everything's been going, is streaming content. Like, when's the last time you bought a CD? Yeah, exactly.
Probably.
I think I bought Hardwired from Metallica.
Yeah, I didn't
specifically to listen to it at the before the concert.
Like on the way to the concert. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't buy that, but my fiance did buy it for me. Yeah. So 2 or 3 years ago for me as well.
I gave Robert a good laugh.
Oh yeah.
At the movie theater.
Oh yeah.
I was talking about getting something on VHS.
Oh yeah.
And you were like, "What?"
Explain.
Well, I don't remember it now, but basically, I was talking about movie.
He's just talking about something coming out, and I laughed that the first thing he said was VHS.
I said VHS first
instead of Blu-ray
or
DVD
DVD
or digital copy.
I think I said VHS, DVD, and then
I think
Blu-ray
so,
in that order.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I'd have been there.
Yeah.
Google Stadia, I think, is going to end up. It could end up shaping the way that video games are played and distributed in the future, and it's been going that way since Steam has been a thing. And granted, you don't stream them through Steam. You download them, install them locally, and play them locally.
Yep.
But having all that stuff not have to be physically in front of you and have it run off somebody else's server, so you can play on your phone. You can play a PC game on your phone.
Mm-hmm.
And you can actually plug in mouse and keyboard that's set into it too.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I really want to know where this goes. And they said it's launching this year, and I might have to see what it's going to run. If it's anything like VR, if like the fat of VR, I'm not getting into it.
Yeah, if it's like VR or Kinect
that stuff was
motion
fucking
controls,
expensive when that came out.
Wii balance board,
Well, I don't think it's going to be
those.
that kind of fat. I meant VR in the way that it's really expensive to invest in it or to be a part of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's all the dev kit tools and stuff. I don't know. I really want to see where it goes because it's really...
The potential's there.
Yeah, exactly. It's really interesting. What do you guys think about that? Let us know. Hit us up on Twitter at Pushing Buttons P on Twitter, or at Pushing Buttons Podcast on Instagram. If you want to send us a picture of what you think, you can send us a picture of that. We'll get the message.
Or this,
I'm on Twitter at ImpulseG66.
Too spooky for Robert.
The numbers, not the letters. Always have to make that clarification, Robert.
The number spooky.
At Monumentus Kyle.
And they're all. That's also your Instagram.
That's also my Instagram.
Yeah,
where I post pictures of my food.
Yeah, yeah. You can see my dog at Pushing Buttons Podcast. But anyway, we do have that emote on twitch.tv/pushingbuttons where we stream every now and then. Come join. It's fun. You don't have to pay us any money. You don't have to do any of that. Just watch. Just hang out. Have fun with us. We're cool people sometimes, if we want to be. If you've liked this video, let us know. Rate, comment, subscribe.
I'm going to stream more Sekiro. Twitch.tv/pushingbuttons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, though, more than your opinions on Stadia, I really want to know if you have any other media to video game adaptations and what they're going to be like, because that's a really fun conversation. We can circle back around to this at some point and have
more
another episode.
Yeah.
Have another episode just based solely on this. Let us know what your guys' ideas are. Ideas. I almost said opinions or concepts or experiences. I didn't say
You
that
can
this
share
episode.
those too. Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can.
Okay.
Yeah, you can.
Okay. Okay, Kevin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
We'll see you next time.
Goodbye.
Bye bye.
Love you.